Levi Apparel, like and subscribe. All right, all right. So let's see how we can get. Let's get on the seatbelt instead. The collar's better. Come on. There we go. Hopefully you can hear me. Everything is good on it. Let's see. On. Yep, light is on. All right. So hopefully you can hear me great. All right. Again, Levite Apparel. Yo, look what we did. Look what we did. Look what we did, y'all. Look what we did. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I can't really take my eyes fully off. But yeah, so yeah, we did it. We did it. We converted the epson 1400. Look, video is coming, man. Woo! I thought I had an issue because when I did the printhead cleaning, not all the colors came out, and I was like, "What's going on?" And then I did like a I went online, I Googled print test sheet. It gave me a variety of print test sheets that had basically a rainbow of colors, and I printed it, and every color was there. I said, "Nah, this print test thing, printhead cleaning pattern, there's an issue because I'm getting all the colors, but I'm not getting I'm not when I do prints, I'm getting all the colors. When I do the print test, head cleaning, whatever, I don't get all the colors when the pattern prints out. So something's up. So then I said, you know what? Let me look at the cleaner part, the little square where it goes and cleans and sucks up all the excess ink. And I saw the white there. I saw all the colors. I said, man, yo, the devil's a lie. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead. So in the video, I printed everything. But man, I did so much footage. Like my phone ran out of space. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. We're gonna keep it moving. If you're here, as usual, like and subscribe. All right. I'm gonna try to do this live on the regular, and also I gotta do a night live too. I've been trying to get the shop clean so I can get things done, but you know I had to get that DTF printer set. I got 2 jobs I was supposed to do. This shirt right here, which I did the logo for on the DTF, right? And then another one, right? Another one. This right here, right here. I don't know if you can see it. This is all white, all white. All right, and then this is like silver. That one is vinyl. All right, but yeah, we got the job done. You know, we did what we came to do. I mean, we did what we came to do. We got it done. We got it done. So, in the long scheme of things, what we plan on doing as far as the channel, as far as like the DTF process, is basically, you know, get another printer and repeat the process. We're going to have a backup printer and a main printer. The backup printer is going to be for people who want DTF work done, and also in case my main printer breaks down, because that's what I'm going to be using to do a lot of stuff. Now, I have a brand. The next goal is to have that channel talk about DTF, the DTF printer we got. Actually, no, not so much the DTF printer we got, just being able to do DTF, you know what I mean? So we're going to focus on that. All right. Following that, the next step is going to be now trying to set up my DTF light color. Yes, I have another Epson printer, Epson 7820, which I had to remove the front, not the one with the metal, Well, I removed half of the one with the metal, right? Where you still have it so the wheels can pull through. But the very front, I removed all that out of there, which is basically the paper wheel holder carrier, whatever, to try and make a DTF light color. So I end up doing that. But the issue I have is when the print head is printing, for some reason, it likes to rub against the sheet. Right, and this is DTF film, so that's a plastic sheet that's coated with some powder so ink can stick on it. When the print head is passing through, it eventually, what it does is it smudges it. I'm working on fixing that, but you know, it is what it is. We do have our DTF dark color, which is the Epson 1400. We got it going. If you're here, you just tuned in. I did this on the DTF Epson 1400. I don't know if I can put it so you can see it, because you know I am kind of driving. But yeah, this is it, right? So I did this one, and then I did another one, right? So yeah, which is this one right here. If you can see it, you can see it, right? Got that one done. Bam. So that one was supposed to print with white, where you see where it says God, right? But the fact that it didn't, I kind of like the translucentness. Whatever you talk about, God, you gotta remove your head covering. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like the translucentness. That one, it actually has a verse in there. It says God's promise, and it has Psalms 116 verse 15, and it talks about God's promise, and it talks about precious, right? God's precious promise, right? Or vice versa. You look up the verse, you'll find it. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I got that going on, but most importantly, what I want to talk about is the fact that we said we were going to do it, and we did it. We got the DTF printer active and well, right? Again, I went on eBay, purchased the printer around $300, and then afterwards, I purchased the cartridge, which is like around the most you spend maybe $60. I got the DTF film, you know, let's say around $30, right? No, let's say around $40. So that's 100. So that's automatically 400, right? Then I got the powder, right? I got two powders. I got the white and the black. The reason why I got the black is because sometimes when you're printing on red, you're going to need the black to upset the red so it absorbs the red coloring so it doesn't get to the image. That's why you have the black powder for, right? So now I got that done, right? So let's say each one is like $50 each, right? Because I got a big amount. Also with that, I purchased the little salt shakers so I can put the DTF powder in and shake it in, because when you're trying to pour the powder, it's kind of hard. It's better to have a short salt shaker. It controls the amount that you're putting on the film, and you can direct your attention to where more powder is needed. Also, if you need, it's more control in my opinion. So I got two of them, one for the black that holds the black, one for the white that holds the white powder. All right. So let's say each one of those are $50. They're less than that, but let's say each one of those are $50. So that's like, they cost like, I think altogether it's like around $30 each. But anyways, that's rounded to $50 each. You're looking at around $500 for a DTF setup printer. And then what I did was, when you look at the video when I posted, hopefully I posted tonight or tomorrow morning. Hopefully I posted tomorrow morning. Let's say Tuesday the most, right? Because there's some more editing I gotta do. I thought I was set, but then I was like, nah, I can't throw it out there like that. So, you know, there's some stuff I have to delete, some stuff I have to leave. I was trying to make it like a whole run, but in the process, when I did the print head cleaning thing and I had some issues that I didn't understand what was going on, and I'm like, you know what? let me let it go. Chances are you won't have that issue when you're doing yours. It's just every printer is different for some reason. You know what I'm saying? So mine just happens to be like that. As those printers, no machine is ever going to be the same. And that's a fact. There's always that 1% change that affects that machine, how it's made. So just like you don't see every truck break down at the same exact time because you have different operators using it different will treat the machine different. Because of that, you have different faults that happen. So I wasn't the original like I wasn't the one that had the machine originally. So because of that, the machine itself does not, hold on, I'm just trying to fix my microphone. Yeah, the machine itself does not work the way I want it to work. It works the way it wants to work. You know what I'm saying? Had I got it originally with no issues, no problem, and it was brand new, hey, it probably would have been different. But that is the goal. That is the goal. We plan on getting a brand new Epson 1400 with zero prints, and we're gonna use that to try to run it down to the ground so we can do DTF printing. And like I already have the cartridge, I just need that other printer. You know what I'm saying? And once we get that other printer, bam, we're gonna run that one down also. You know what I mean? We're gonna destroy that. You know what I'm saying? DTF prints pushing through. Now, does that mean I will not use other people that use DTF that have DTF printers? Now, my DTF printer is a desktop DTF printer. I can only do so much on it without it deciding to just go kaputski. Right? It was not meant to do what I'm doing with it. So in essence, yeah, so in essence, it can only be pushed so far before it decides to like stop running. So this is why I'm getting a second one, because you can only push it so far until it stops running. And it's best to have on top of the used one, the new one. You practice on the new one, I mean the used one, and the new one is there for you to actually use what you learned on the old one and make it run, because chances are the new one is not going to break down as fast as the old one because it has more print life and it hasn't been touched. You're the first one to touch it, so because of that, um, it works a little bit better, maybe a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. At the end of the day, what I want you to take from this is this, right? If it costs too much for you to get something, figure out how to get it. Figure out the best possible way to make it happen. And at the end of the day, it's up to you, because there's always ways around it. Now, I was saying something else. Okay, so because I have a desktop DTF printer that can't be run to the ground without it breaking halfway there, my next possible solution is this. If I have, let's say, runs of like more than 30, I'm thinking about just going straight to somebody that have like a DTF printer already. Somebody that already manufactures and does DTF in full scale, right? Now, it doesn't have to be like one of those big companies, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really have to be one of those big companies. But it does have to be somebody that have like at least a R2 DTF printer, because although the R2 is a desktop from All American Press Supplies, it is meant to be run and used as a semi-industrial printer. You know what I'm saying? You know how the heck with it. AW Production, he's got stuff going on. I use him a lot. and I'm planning on going to him for my stuff because at the end of the day, he's got printers and industrial printers that's, well, semi-industrial printers that I know can get the job done. That's one. But if I do have super heavy runs, there's a group called Straight Eye Content. You know, they're really good. So if you're following me, you're watching me, and you're vibing with what I'm talking about as far as like DTF printing, and you want to do large volumes, large run, these guys from um, straight out of content, they have really good stuff, and test them out, check them out. But they have industrial printers, which is what I want. So they're like my second go-to. I'm trying right now to see if I can get in contact with them to see how I can do like a couple hundred prints and just have all those like DTF for some shirts I want to do and sell for my other brand. You know what I'm saying? So I have one where I custom make stuff for people, and then I have one where I just make stuff for myself. The reason why I decided to develop a brand is because somewhat of a brand is because I, like, for example, right, I'm at a stop sign right now, like this shirt right here. I ordered a second one, so now the second one is just in case I messed up, and if I don't mess up, it's just sitting there. So what I said to myself is I'm going to definitely utilize these shirts, because at the end of the year I have like 100 t-shirts, multicolored different t-shirts, not usually the same color, but I have like tons of them just sitting there, and it's all accumulation of like, oh, what I'll do is I'll take one size per shirt and I'll just order an extra color. So if I'm ordering like 10, let's say I'm ordering, I don't know, let's say 50, right? Five, right? So, oh man, excuse me. I need 10 smalls, right? I'll order 11. Let's say I need 10 of small, medium, large, extra large, and 2X, right? 5 extra shirts, and those 5 extra shirts are sitting there in case I make a mistake. You know, sometimes if the order is really big, I'll order double of the extra shirts just in case something happens, right? Like, I press an image that's too big on on a small or something like that, when I was supposed to use like a smaller image. So what I do is I just take out my extra and I repress it the right size, and I just, so yeah, so either way, long story short, I end up with like all these extra shirts and they just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I need to do something with this. So I was like, you know what, let me just start another brand. So I have another YouTube channel, and on that channel I basically only do brand stuff. I talk about well, I will be talking a lot about finding artwork, designing artwork. I am going to be doing like going to what do you call it? Like I want to be doing vending, all those things, right? And I already have the machines. When you're doing a brand, you're not doing images for anybody, no custom images at all. So all you do is you just print multiple films of whatever artwork you have, and if the person likes the shirt, you just print it on there, right? So that's the goal. Now I have another goal secretively also. While I'm doing this traveling joint thing, I would love to have a DTF printer, but I don't have the space for it. So I'm gonna have to settle with my oh my bad, I meant to say DTG printer. I don't have the space for it because DTG printers tends to be a little bit larger and wider, and they take much more space as opposed to the A3 13 by 19 printers. That's desktop. You know what I mean? Usually they're like around, the widest is like 24 inches wide, and like 15 to 16 inches. No, 15 to 16 inches wide and about 24 to 26 inches long, right? So yeah, usually I'm compensating for that. And oh man, I forgot my train of thought. No, usually that's the type of printers I have, because the really large DTG printers, you gotta have the space. Although I have seen people convert their desktop 13 by 19 printers into DTG printers, and vice versa. As long as you have the software, you can do it, right? So sky's the limit on what I can do. But I do have the software. I think there's a way where you can actually do it in reverse. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I don't, I'm satisfied with the DTG. I'm satisfied. I mean, DTF. I'm satisfied. I don't want to get into DTG because, printing and all that stuff, and then another printer you got to worry about for the whites. So it is what it is. It is what it is. We're going to keep it pushing. All right. Yeah. Now, next, let's talk about the printer, the Epson 1400 printer, and its cartridges. Okay, so when you get that printer, keep in mind you have to do what I did that's especially clutch is this. I removed that cover that usually the printer has. When you remove the cover, it's a lot easier if you have an issue with or you want to check a cartridge. For some reason, you're able to just pull it out. You know what I mean? The machine might try to move, so be careful. I wouldn't recommend it. Usually it's best to turn it off, then you can pull out the cartridge, shake it up, and put it right back, or add more ink, put it right back. Either way, it's easy to check it. You know what I'm saying? There's not much you have to do. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to use the Epson 1400, please do your printhead cleaning daily, because what I'm finding is if you try to go to print and you don't do the printhead cleaning, the white, sometimes it doesn't show. You have to do the printhead cleaning to try and push the white out. And I don't know if that's a default or if that just happens, but do your printhead cleaning, and that's how you get the white to come out. If you're looking for super white, now you may have to work your printer a little bit to get that super white. Again, this is why it's good to have a brand new Epson 1400 if you can get it, right? But if you can't, it is what it is. But if you have one already, use what you have, right? So like I was saying, the Epson 1400, do a printhead cleaning so your white can come out white, or else it's just gonna be regular color ink. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna have the white in the back, so you can adhere to any different color shirts you want. So it won't look as opaque. It'll be a little bit more see-through if you don't do your printhead cleaning. Now, that printer, you may have to finesse it a little bit. It is a work in progress because it's doing what it was meant to do. And most of these who create DTF printers, that's their main job. So they take the time to do lots of testing, and also they know how to switch the motherboard on the printer and force it to do what it's not supposed to do by recalibrating it, reconfiguring it to do DTF. We don't know how to do that. We just know how to put mysterious ink on a printer that's not supposed to do what it's doing. You know what I'm saying? Let's focus, get it done. Now, here's the other thing. When you get your prints, it's gonna be amazing. I would recommend you get an oven. Like on the video, once I post it, I'm gonna put all the details in there. So so you can have it, and so you can be able to utilize it towards your benefit. But yeah, so we got it done. Officially, we have a DTF printer again, SN 1400 again, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to talk about right now. DTF printing, amazing. I love it. Love the feel of it. And again, there's no prints that you put on a shirt except for sublimation that you're not going to feel. You're gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to feel it. The only thing you might not sublimation DTF and sublimation DTF. I want to talk a little bit about it. Now, here's the thing about the adhesive that's used on the DTF process. The adhesive is actually a polymer, right? So when it burns, like it burns out carbon monoxide, just so you know. But the other thing about it is because it's a poly, right? Which means it's part of the polyester family. You can actually sublimate the what do you call it? The DTF powder. That's a lot of people don't know when they're doing a DTF hack. It's not that they're doing a DTF hack. They're sublimating the DTF powder, and it's when they put the powder on the shirt. I mean, when they put the film on the shirt, what's happening is the coated ink is being sublimated on the coated film, and also the DTF powder, which is basically a glue. So it's a double whammy, but it comes out light because there's really no ink on top per se. When I say ink on top, what I'm talking about is like when you have regular water-based ink, it sits on top, right? When you have DTF ink, it sits on top, and the DTF ink is water-based ink. It sits on top. Now, when you have plastisol, it sits on top, but DTF doesn't. We call it sublimation, does not sit on top. But when you're doing DTF hack, now the powder sits on top, but because the powder is like a glue, it kind of melts into the shirt and becomes one in a way with the shirt. It's still on top of the fabric, but it becomes more one with the shirt, intermingled with the shirt. It feels a little bit better than what you would get with other prints of different types, even vinyl, right? So you don't feel as much. It feels soft. You can feel that it's there, but it feels like a soft, really soft substance. And that's DTF sublimation, right? So just wanted you guys to know that you're actually sublimating the powder, and it's fine. You can still adhere to the shirt because you're sublimating the top of the powder, not the bottom, which is where you put it on the shirt. All right, so I think I'm gonna go for now. Like and subscribe. This Levi Apparel. Appreciate you a lot. And let's keep pushing forward, right? And remember, all these different methods, tools for you to be able to effectively add artwork onto a shirt, or like they say, logo onto a shirt. So don't think one method is better than the other. Every method is good depending on what you're using it for, whether it's sublimation DTF, whether it's DTG, whether it's DTF, light or dark, whether it's what else? Vinyl, printed vinyl, white toner. Everything is used at their own specific time for their own different uses. Like with the pockets, I usually go with if I'm doing pockets, I'll do mostly white toner because I'm putting multiple prints on the film. So multiple prints on a film, the probability of one messing up is high, but the probability of all of them messing up is low. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I usually do. All right, so let's move forward, and don't forget, do not discriminate on the different ways of printing. If you're here, like, subscribe, leave a comment below if you haven't left a comment already. And we're moving forward. You know what I'm saying? We're moving forward. We're doing big things, and we're making things happen. Next, all right. So now the channel is going to have a kind of a change. The reason why I say it's going to have kind of a change is because I don't know how to say it, but let this ambulance go through. All right, let's pull back. Yeah, the channel is going to have a change because, man, this YouTube game, in order for you to make money, you got to do uploads. And I have not been doing much uploads. I'm here and there, sporadic. Towards the beginning, I started doing a little bit more uploads, and then it went down, right? Because, you know, I had issues regarding my family and what happened with my daughter as far as her having cancer. So I had to slow down. And then the fact that my wife was going back and forth to the hospital meant that I had to stop almost all production because I was literally the one taking care of the kids. I made food. I made sure they were in school. I did everything I needed to do for them, and I was there for them. And then, you know, also I was there for my my daughter that was going through her situation. So I had to pause the YouTube game for a little bit. But in the beginning, I was getting it. Like I didn't make much, but I was hitting at least close to, not much, you know, just close to $300. Like, if you're not pushing hard on the YouTube game, you're not going to make much. What you put in is what you get. So I started putting in, right? And I was getting to a point where, I was about to hit the 4 to 5s, and then eventually I was going to hit like that 1,000 a month. And then, you know, by this time I probably would have been like anywhere from, who knows, I could have been like 3,000 a month. But what ended up happening was I slowed my production, and because of that, I wasn't pushing as many videos. So YouTube wasn't pushing me out as much. So therefore, I lost revenue, and now I think I'm ready to try to get back into it. Who knows what's going to happen, but I'm going to try to get back into it. And the goal is the goal is to eventually hold on. Yeah, do more lives as much as possible, and that way I can effectively bring up revenue. Right now, anybody that says they're doing YouTube just to do it, now when they start making that money, it's not true. It's not true. The minute they start seeing, cool, I was throwing a few videos here and there. Oh, snap, I'm getting paid. Let me throw 2 videos here and there. Oh, whoa, I'm getting paid more. You know what? Yeah, let's upload every day. What? You know what? I'm getting paid. Let me start doing this investment game. As soon as they start doing this investment game, they start saving money, started investing properly, correctly, and started like taking care of themselves financially. Then they take off, and it no longer becomes, oh, I'm just doing a few videos here and there. It's, hey, I made it big on YouTube. That's my goal. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this for free per se. I'm doing it so you guys can see my journey and to record my journey, and to sit back one day to hear about how people maybe were inspired by me and now they've grown or they grew their business, and who knows who I can inspire, right? But what I do know and understand is this: we got to push more videos out there so we can get more subscribers, more eyes, and eventually get that money. You know what I'm saying? So, sky's the limit. On what we can do, and we're gonna push it forward, and hopefully the goal is to grow, because if I'm able to grow my channel, and able to make that channel growth money, you never know, there might be a shop build video in a land lot I purchased, and then we make that into something big. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for now, I got the shop. I had to do a few things in the shop, and before I show it, it's not gonna be pretty, but it is gonna be the shop. But yeah, I got that video coming up. Like I said, it'll be either end of December or just January, you know, into the new calendar year.
Press the button and take the parking. You're following the balance.
All right, cool. So that was the update. If you're here, like and subscribe.